A new missile era has begun. Turkey just unveiled its most powerful weapon ever, and NATO is watching closely. At SAHA 2026 in Istanbul, Ankara pulled the curtain back on a missile that could change the strategic map of Eurasia. Its name, Yildirimhan, a missile with a reported range of 6,000 kilometers. A system that pushes Turkey into a club few nations have ever entered. This isn't just another ballistic missile. This is Turkey's first intercontinental ballistic missile, an ICBM. For decades, Turkey's missile arsenal remained regional. The Yildirim, the Bora, powerful systems but limited in reach. Most could strike targets a few hundred kilometers away. Some reports suggested extended variants reaching beyond 2,000 kilometers, but Yildirimhan changes everything. This missile doesn't just threaten neighboring battlefields. It projects power across continents. From Turkish territory, Yildirimhan could potentially reach all of Europe, most of Russia, the entire Middle East, even its key rival Israel easily. Large parts of Africa, and even deep inside China. That is no longer regional deterrence. That is strategic reach. Here are the key features of Yildirimhan. Range estimated 6,000 km. Category: intercontinental ballistic missile. Propulsion: liquid fuel system using nitrogen tetroxide. Design: multi-stage missile, possibly 3 stages. First stage: reportedly powered by 4 rocket engines. Speed: estimated between Mach 9 and Mach 25. Potential payload: possible MIRV or hypersonic glide vehicle capability. Strategic coverage: Europe, Russia, Africa, India, Middle East, and parts of China. Legal status: does not violate MTCR or NPT rules. And that combination, range, speed, and possible multi-warhead capability, is exactly why defense analysts across the world are paying attention. What stunned analysts most wasn't just the range, it was the design. Unlike Turkey's earlier solid fuel missiles, Yildirimhan appears to use liquid propulsion, specifically nitrogen tetroxide as an oxidizer. That may sound technical, but strategically it matters. Liquid fuel missiles are more complex, harder to maintain, harder to move quickly, but they offer something extremely valuable: greater thrust control and potentially much longer range. The missile displayed in Istanbul appears to feature multiple stages, at least 3 according to analysts. Its first stage reportedly uses 4 rocket engines. That alone signals a completely different class of missile engineering. Now comes the truly chilling part: speed. Experts estimate Yildirimhan could travel between Mach 9 and Mach 25. That is hypersonic territory. At those speeds, interception becomes incredibly difficult. But speed may not be the only concern, because analysts are now focusing on the missile's nose cone. The shape of the re-entry vehicle has triggered serious speculation. Could this missile carry MIRVs, multiple independently targetable warheads? In simple terms, one missile, multiple targets. There is no official confirmation, but the geometry has raised eyebrows across defense circles. Some experts even believe the platform could eventually support hypersonic glide vehicles, weapons designed to maneuver unpredictably at extreme speed. If true, this would place Turkey into a category occupied by only a handful of military powers. And now comes the geopolitical shockwave. Inside NATO, only 3 countries possess comparable strategic missile capabilities: the United States, the United Kingdom, and France. But even Britain and France rely mainly on submarine-based nuclear deterrence. Turkey entering this arena changes the equation completely, because Ankara is no longer behaving like a frontline regional power. It is signaling ambitions of strategic autonomy. That creates difficult questions for NATO. How does the alliance integrate a member with growing long-range strike capability, especially one that often pursues its own geopolitical agenda? For Russia, the message is impossible to ignore. For Israel, equally concerning. For Europe, it may be both an opportunity and a warning. European powers are discussing long-range strike systems in the 1,000 to 2,000 kilometer category. Turkey just unveiled something potentially 3 times that range. That creates an entirely new dynamic. Ankara could now position itself as a future supplier or strategic partner in any European long-range missile framework. And that may explain recent statements from President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Turkey wants more than military strength. It wants leverage, influence, strategic bargaining power. The unveiling of Yildirimhan marks more than a military milestone. It marks a geopolitical transformation. Turkey is no longer just defending its borders. It is building the capability to project power across continents. And if this system evolves into a fully operational MIRV-capable hypersonic platform, the consequences will extend far beyond Ankara.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.